we may not be talking about your bags, your shoes, your this, your that. We can also talk about your service, the service you render to your customers. But for most people, the times product means a type, okay. But in real sense, a product is just your product is just a symbolic attribute designed to satisfy your customer wants. However, service and idea are also product. I've said that. Let's move to the next slide, please. Customer perception. What your customer feels about your brand is very, very important. You cannot be everywhere. Even if you are running an advert, you can't cover everywhere. People, that's what we call referral. People will refer your products, your service for other people to benefit. But once they have an ill feeling about that your products, you will be getting it wrong from that side. And that is why I say, when customer buys your products, purchase, they are more than physical objects. The experience of your customers about your product is what made their perception about that your brand is very, very important. You must not joke with it. Then I said, customer perception plays a lot of role, a vital role in companies' ability to attract more customers. If you refuse to present your brand in a very good way, it will not attract other customers towards your product. You have to take your customer perception very, very, very serious. You must not joke with it. You ask them question, what did you feel about our product? Hope we are doing fine. Hope we are able to satisfy you. Hope this and that. So that you get feedback from your customers. So that you know where to improve on your product or your product. You know where to improve. You know where to add more. You know where to just put a little bit of, is very important. Please, let's move to the next slide, please. The next slide is talking about tools. Product service positioning is very important. As an upcoming entrepreneur, your brand positioning is very important. You have to think about your brand positioning from the day you want to conceive the idea of, look, I want to go into this business. What did I want to achieve? You have to position your brand. You don't follow the crowd that they said this thing is selling. Let me too come and let me just sell as well. No, you have to position your brand. It's very important. For instance, when I first came to Ilorin, all I noticed is that everywhere you see people selling Islamic outfits, they display their products outside for people to see. People just display their products and I say, okay, I want to go to this business, but I don't want my own to be like the way other people are doing it. What did I want to achieve? I want to position my brand. I want to target my customers. I want to know my customers. Everybody cannot be your customers. You have to have that one at the back of your mind. Everybody cannot be your customer. You must have your target audience. I said I want a close Islamic outfit. And each time when I open the shop, I make sure I only have my banner outside. And I make sure I invested a lot of money into advert and publicity. I go to my radio, online, I did a lot of publicity. And each time my customers come, some of them will say, Alhaja, I said, no. I know my customers know me. I'm trying to position my brand. I know the kind of people I want to patronize me. It's not everybody. I want my home to be different from the way they are doing, from the way others are doing, so that I will attract my own customers from that area. So what I'm saying in essence is you have to, as you are conceiving your idea, you have to make sure that, let me just see how I'm going to position my brand that will make it look different, and that I will be able to get more patronage. Is very important. Then I talk about public relation and publicity towards your brand. You don't joke with it. As the CEO, you must not at any point in time just neglect your customer that I'm the boss. No. You have to attend to your customer. Hope you are satisfied with the service we are giving you. Hope this, hope that. You have to have a very good packaging. PR is very important. You don't joke with it. And that's why I said, towards your brand has to do with how you manage your customers' experience. They have with you their brand. Whenever your name is being mentioned, that Hani's Institute of this, definitely you will remember what they are doing. You will remember people. You will remember what they are aiming for. When they mention Transpark Media, I want the brand to stick in my customer's mind. Now each time they mention it, apart from mentioning alone, the kind of PR they get when they come to your office, the kind of the way you entertain them, the way you talk to them about their business. They are your customers, fine, but at times you need to enlighten them, tell them, oh, madam, this one cannot be, you can't use this. You can actually, this one will be better for you. These are definitely each time they are talking about any brand that is similar to your brand, definitely they will remember you. Please, let's go to the next slide, please. I said articulate your unique selling point. It's very important. Your unique selling point and your brand positioning is more or less, is more or less similar. Please let's look at this slide very well. Ultimately, a USP is what your business stands for. I've said it. For example, you could say that Apple's USP is found in the user experience. Everything they do is meant to have the users at its core. When you talk of Apple, you know what you can get from them. When we talk of Google, Google is a smartphone. It's a smartphone. Is this? Is that? You know what you can get. So your unique selling point and your brand positioning is very important. Please let's move to the next slide. Then we talk about your define your core value in any business you are doing or you want to do. Your core value is very, very important. Your core value is your identity, why your company exists, and at the time you are conceiving the idea of your company or your product, make sure you have your core value, so that along the line, when you get to a stage, you won't look at it as if maybe this one is not going to work. Maybe I should start again. Oh, I know all this wahala is too much. An entrepreneur doesn't think like that. You must have a focus. This is what we want to do. Your core value is very, very important. Then your mission. What your company does. What exactly do you want to do? If you know your company, you are into media and advertising, for instance, you are into media and advertising, and somebody just said, please, we know you are into media and advertising. We want to organize a program, dancing show. Maybe you can, if is the advertising part of the show, that one is aside. But for you to add what is not your core value into your business, let me just do it together. No, you don't dapo. Your core value is your core value. Then you have to start to think when you are starting for an upcoming entrepreneur. If you are starting a new company, you start with a blank sheet of paper and have opportunity to fully define each of these. Is very important. Your core value, your customers must know you for your core value. For instance, if you are running a logistic business and part of your core value is integrity, transparency, ability to deliver as soon as possible, if that is part of your core value, you must make sure that that's your core value. You must make sure that you follow it to the core. If you have a client that said, Mr. This, please, we have some goods from Lagos to Ilorin. We want you to help us to ship some goods from Lagos to Ilorin. How long will it take you to take these goods from Lagos to Ilorin? Okay, by what I'm having, by tomorrow 12 noon, your goods should be in your goods should be in Lagos. Your 12 o'clock must be 12 o'clock. No story. Integrity. That is part of your core value. That 12 o'clock, by 12 o'clock, bam, you have to deliver their goods for them. But in case of otherwise, if other things happens along the line, you have to communicate with your customer. Good afternoon, sir. We are supposed to deliver your goods in the next 1 hour, but we have a little bit of delay. We are so sorry. In the next one, or we will be late for just an hour. We are sorry for the inconvenience. Then you explain to your customer. They will take you as a serious person. No, forget it. You can't take it away from them. When they tell you it's 12 o'clock, their 12 o'clock will be 12 o'clock. And if there is any problem, they will even call you. There is always feedback. They will call you that, sorry, we are sorry, we cannot make your product to be there by 12 because of this reason. So your customers will take you serious. They will take you serious. So when they talk about any company that has integrity, they will refer to your company that no, they have the integrity is there for them. Then transparency. You need to be transparent with your customer. If they want to go away with that, you need to be transparent with your customer, because if you are not transparent, it's going to affect other parts of your business, and you never can tell how many people if you offended a customer, you never can tell how many people such customer will tell what your company did to such person, and that one can even kill your brand outrightly. Mama Lord, only run you. No, you make sure your company integrity is your company integrity, and you have to stand by it and make sure you deliver as I told you. So all your core values varies. Your core values, your mission, your vision, it varies. It depends on what you are doing. It depends on how you want other people to perceive your brand. So please, let's move to the next. Okay. Packaging. This one is very important, because when you talk of brand, we have to talk about packaging too, because all these things that we have been saying is all about branding and packaging. The way you look is the way they will address you. Is normal. Even if your product is okay, your product is good, and you just appear like, people will just what is this? Even if the content of what you are having and you don't have any packaging, and just say, they will not even try to move closer to even feel that's your product. Let me just feel it. But in most cases, when your packaging is okay, your packaging is fine, people will move closer to you. They will move closer to the product. Then after moving closer to the product, they will look at the product. Okay, the content, no, it's okay, it's fine. Yoruba used to say, Ojulo, Monty, Oyolu. So your packaging is very important. Don't do wuru packaging. Let's just pack something. Pack here. No. You have to have standard. You have to have standard for your products. So you have to have. It's very, very important. Don't joke with it and don't follow the crowd. No, that is not what you have to determine your brand, your packaging, everything must go well, so that your brand positioning will be in the mind of your customers every time they mention your brand. So brand.